Yo, what's going on people? It's your boy Huncho, back at you again with another video. And so today's video is a bit of a different one, and I want to know your guys' thoughts on this subject down in the comment section below. I'm going to be replying to a bunch of you guys because I want to get a further discussion going on this topic once this video is over. But this video actually covers an incident that went down back in 2018, and we've got to do a bit of a time jump where this article came out by The Times, which reads, "London's murder rate beats New York, a stabbing surge." Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, that's a shocker. Well, it is, but realistically, it was only a couple of months that London's rate had surpassed New York's, because if we look at the total for both cities in 2018, New York recorded around 289 homicides, which was actually an all-time low record, whilst London's was around 131. But again, the reasoning for the headline was because I believe in February and March of 2018, London had more recorded murders. But it wasn't just the British media that reported on these statistics, it was actually a lot of American ones too, and this caught the eyes of Chicago drill legend Chief Keef. Now, I wasn't doing YouTube back in 2018 when this story broke, but recently it's been doing the rounds on social media, and seeing as knife crime is still a major problem in the capital, in fact the whole of the UK, I thought we'd go over that 2018 story in a video today and talk about 3 years on, would have things turned out differently if that 2018 situation had fruitioned. So let's go over some of the article that the Metro wrote in 2018, and then I'll give you my thoughts on this one. If you do want to read the full article, I will leave it linked down in the description below. So it reads, "Chief Keef is a name just as synonymous with drill music now as NWA were to gangster rap in the 90s. The Chicago-born music genre is often associated with the rise in violence in the city where Chief hails from, and now in London too. But surprisingly, the rapper is now trying to make a difference." In April, in reference to 2018, it was reported that London had overthrown New York City's murder rate for the first time in contemporary history, with multiple stabbings taking place weekly. Chief, real name Keith Cozart, felt compelled to speak out after contacting London Mayor Sadiq Khan with an unprecedented offer of helping to tackle rising crime in the capital. Given his notoriety in drill music, it's possible that Chief could have had some type of unique influence on rappers on this side of the pond. Sharing his hopes of making a difference, Chief said, "I have an audience who listen to me. In the letter to Mayor Khan, I said I wanted to see how we could reach young people and create a more progressive message, but Mayor Khan declined the chance to meet with the rapper due to a busy schedule." Sharing his disappointment, Chief Keef simply said, "It's a great shame." Metro.co.uk reached out to Mayor Khan's office about Chief Keef's efforts to find a solution to London's increasing violence. They confirmed receiving a letter from him, and in a statement they said, "Every violent death on the streets of London is tragic, and my thoughts go out to the family and friends of all those who have lost their lives. I'm not an advocate for banning certain genres of music and have been clear that drill is not the only reason we have seen unacceptably high levels of violent crime. What we have seen is evidence of some drill music videos on the internet that are used to glorify violence and to incite others to commit acts of violence." And so I guess the question is, 3 years on, if Chief Keef had met Sadiq Khan, would that have changed anything in regards to lowering the crime rate in London, more specifically knife crime and murders? Well, we'll never truly know, but personally I do think Chief Keef, being the person that he is, a lot of people do look up to him as an influence. Maybe he could have offered some advice or spoke to others as the result of speaking to Sadiq Khan. Let's not forget in 2018, Skengdo and AM had been with Chief Keef filming their video Pitbulls, so he was definitely in tune with what was going on over here. When I posted this on my Instagram the other day, people were saying, well, Chief Keef couldn't even help his own city out, so why do you think he would be able to help a completely different country out? Well, for one, Chief Keef can't go back to Chicago due to legal reasons, and we have to remember that a lot of people here in the UK still look up to American rappers in general. I mean, even though he didn't exactly start drill music, he was the one who influenced it to start over here, and I can almost guarantee that the majority of drill rappers look up to him in terms of music. That aside though, who knows what could have came from this meeting, but I really do think it could have been a decent stepping stone progressing forward, but we'll never truly know where we would be right now. But again, like I said at the start of the video, I want to know what you guys think on this one. 3 years on, do you think if Chief Keef had that meeting with Sadiq Khan, do you think we would have progressed in a better way, or do you think it wouldn't really have changed anything at all? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comment section below. Give the video a little like, and if you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Huncho, and I'm out.